Welcome back to Say No To Lashon Hara, Day 13. This episode has been sponsored anonymously, and the entire project is being done as a refuah shlema for Chana Bat Semafega. Whenever it comes to believing something in a court of law in Judaism, the Torah tells us that you need to have a minimum of 2 witnesses. Al pi shnayim o shlosha edim yakum davar. Based on the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses, can a matter be upheld. Which means that if one person walks into Beit Din and tells them that someone did something, a crime, they stole, whatever, the Beit Din is not actually allowed to believe that witness, which means that that testimony, not only doesn't it achieve what it set out to achieve, the only thing it did was tell the Beit Din negative information about someone that they have no possible use for. So in such a case, the person transgresses the sin of lo yakum echad lechol avon. A single witness should not stand up against a person for any wrongdoing, since anyway their testimony is not going to be taken into consideration without a second witness. So therefore, coming as a single witness is only slander. It's only spreading bad news about someone that no one can do anything with that information. Well, the Chafetz Chaim is drawing an inference that if that's the case when one person speaks to a Beit Din, that's obviously the case when one person speaks to anyone. Because effectively, you're communicating a piece of knowledge or wisdom or bad news about someone that there's nothing anyone can do with. And therefore, we find that prohibition would also fall on the person who's saying Lashon Hara's head. Now, most people would respond, when you ask them why they speak Lashon Hara, they say, I don't know what you want from my life. Everybody says Lashon Hara. It's not like I personally liked speaking badly about people, but everyone is speaking badly about everybody else. So kind of I had to do it just to fit in. My societal group, my friendship circle, my community, the people in my synagogue, the people in my school, carpool group, what have you. They all speak Lashon Hara. So if I'm part of them, I'm going to do the same thing that they do. So why are you asking me in the heavenly court after I pass away why I did this? I did it because everyone's doing it. Everyone I hung out with did the same thing. Says the Chafetz Chaim that any place or any group or any segment of society that constantly speaks Lashon Hara, that you're now saying it's their fault, this group that you're part of is the reason why you're speaking Lashon Hara, Hashem will specifically ask you that question. Well, why did you hang out with those people? Why did you follow that group? Everybody, the majority. If a person uses that claim or is motivated by that in order to say Lashon Hara, or will even let down his guard because everyone else does it, then that falls under the category of lo tiyeh akhareh rabim leraot. Don't follow the majority to do evil. What that says is a tremendous insight. It tells you, lo tiyeh achareh rabim leraot. Oftentimes, the group of people that we associate with or hang out with, it's not by accident. We chose them because that group, that's where we feel at home. Those are the people that are maybe most similar to us. So if your answer is that that's what everyone I hang out with does, then you have to ask yourself, is that the place that you're supposed to be in? The Chafetz Chaim says something really powerful. He says, if a person is in a group who's made his place amongst a certain group of people, that's the group that you've chosen. So if you're going to make a place, says the Chafetz Chaim, in this world, if you're going to make a group, if you're going to have a circle in this world, at least make it a good one. So let's end this episode by asking a question. Are there people in your life that you should not be hanging out with? Is there a group of friends or coworkers that bring you to a place that you don't want to be in? Decide for yourself if you want to follow the advice of the Torah, lo tiyeh achareh rabim leraot. Being with these people, this person, that friend, that coworker, it drags me down. They take me to places in myself, in my speech, in my thoughts, in my acts, in my spending habits that I don't want to be in. It's your choice. Choose wisely.